Mr. Tetch, for the trip tomorrow, down south, will you be furnishing us with guns? Perchance. That's a little bit of a different beast than the
No,
north.
Mr. Reed, you're not getting any muskets today.
You're gonna send me down into the most dangerous place in the whole world with a stick.
If you look around, Mr. Reed, there are numerous tents filled with former mercenaries who are too scared to do that job for exactly that reason.
I didn't say I was scared.
You're scared.
I said I was unequipped.
If you would like to not go on this job, you're more than welcome. I'm sure the guild can spare more than a few tarps and stakes.
No, I'll go. What if you could? Ah, forget it.
He's the one that's good with numbers.
He's the one that's got his okay on him.
By chance, you wouldn't happen to be skilled with engineering by chance, would you? Mr. Thorne asked me if I could keep my eyes open for... Mr. Thorne asked me if I can keep my eyes open for anyone with engineering experience.
At least from what I may look at. If I hear anything, I'll let you know. Seems like everyone got there. Did he say what he needed him for?
Sure, I could change your mind. It was sure years spent on this board.
It's the only thing I get out of the Humble Brothers.
Don't need this. Like that.
You're only a little bit tall. You're not my boy. Oh, but I am like.
Are we all sitting together and you look like you're about to shag them, Mr. Reed. I'll be honest.
To what?
You look like you're holding that poor merchant and that poor woman up.
She came down and sat on her own. She wasn't even here before.
That's Stockholm Syndrome if I've ever seen it.
It's alright. You come over here just to bother us.
What good is my job for if not to bother?
That's what you're best at. Just
less like your brothers in arms.
I'm not some pencil pusher.
He certainly does push a mean pencil, though.
On the occasion. If you need something done, and you don't trust the guard to do it for you, the mercenaries are open to your disposal, Mr. Merchant.
I appreciate that. I do.
The guards seem nervous tonight. Some big verdict.
Oh, yeah. Someone apparently went off on the second in command and they're banishing down south now. Alright, execution.
Not execution, banishment.
Here it's all the same.
They give him a sword and a prayer, and they send him out. Sometimes they come back a few days later.
Might as well send him out butt naked.
Isn't it
Which is
supposed to
exactly
be an
my
opportunity?
point. Well, it's a punishment for sure. Opportunity is, I'm not sure that's the way I'd put it.
Well, I mean, it's a punishment, but at least they have a chance to come back, right?
No, they don't. Anyone who goes out there alone, no doubt, can look forward to three things. They can live long enough to starve. They can live long enough to die to something horrible. Or they can be lucky and get caught just outside the gate.
Getting your new stories? No, not yet. At least.
That's just offshore,
Hi,
you know.
Aiden. Hi, Silas.
I've heard Dane say, give me an us when the word will be on.
behind their back.
Which one? Pull attention to it. What are we talking about?
I don't know. I'm Brandon.
How's your first day?
First day is going great. I'm having a good time meeting everyone. Yeah. We're not great.
Mesmerizing at times, isn't it?
We swear it gets darker and darker by the day.
I'm sure it does.
The witches are calling today a new moon. Sign of change or something.
Postman. Sign of change.
You're not busy with him.
Say again.
I need the boss, if you're not busy with him.
No.
There's something we should talk about in private, sir. A conversation you wanted to have before you had left. You were busy.
Give me a few moments, as I need to do something drastic.
I'll be over here, sir.
I fucking tried.
Why wouldn't they? Everywhere we go. I mean, sure, some dust is fine. That's why we got little circles around the fireplace. I'm sure they would not because I can't clean it up or anything.
You have.
But that's not the point.
Trust me, I've seen it time and time again. You have.
I'm sorry.
And I have tried to convince him of reason. I have tried to tell him the path he was on was destroying this forge. The guild would get the attention of those who want change. I warned him again and again.
I told you I talked to them earlier to kind of gauge how he was faring. He wants to stay here, not go out, no matter what.
We cannot stay here. Well, look at these people. I've said it. The streets are full of despair. Because tomorrow will always be the fucking same. Because all we do is go out, hit the status quo, and run away back to the fort.
You're right, Solomon. You've been right for months. So now I ask you, what are your orders? Because I'm tired of sitting on my ass. I know you are too.
Get yourself an arsenal and a musket just in case. Do nothing if you don't have to. I assume you're with me, Commissar.
Always, sir.
What good is coin if you can't use it to protect yourselves?
This place has the opportunity to be something great, but not the way it is.
The fortress must survive. And to do so, it must not just cower behind its own walls.
Agreed.
I hope Dane will understand this over time. At their very own ceremony. In the hope that one day that road will be covered in lanterns filled with oil. In order to do that, we must make progress.
I'll be with you, coming. No matter what.
Very good. We'll wait for Dane.
Anything we can do on this earth can be done with coin. It's just a matter of who you find and pay. Like me, for instance.
You are Harcourt, correct?
That is correct, miss.
You do not need to call me miss. I do not appreciate your colonial formalities. What is the word?
Formality?
That.
Then What shall I call you?
My people call me Stiora.
There may be folks in a religious sense.
Stiora. You sure?
Aye.
No, I just.
Are we sure what father named me?
Unfortunately, that's the law of the land. We must abide.
Pretty sure.
Unless you prefer Little Dove, but I assure you my father would not like you taking his
What
nickname.
would this place be without the guild? And what would the guild be without?
Don't recommend it.
Well, yes. What can I do for you then, Stiora?
I wish to extend my thanks. We came here to help. I was afraid we would be kicked out. I'm told you're not the type to offer kindness so quickly. So it seems it's not an act of kindness so much as perhaps self-preservation. Either way, I am not here to cause problems.
I would be lying if I said it wasn't a mix, but I have known folk outside of my own to be quite helpful and friendly when the time comes.
I'm sure. Must run in the family. I wanted to just say thank you.
If you have the time at some point, I should like to talk.
Well, you must get in line. There are a few people that wish to take my time, it seems, with questions.
Yes, but
I should charge.
Here's the captain.
Smart.
Not by the fire. Anywhere but the fire. And the window.
Sure.
good. And both of you will just hold security and do anything that's needed.
Yes, sir.
Thanks.
I see. There's definitely not there. Opportunity.
There are reasons weapons going around.
I can't imagine they need it for just one man. I am confused.
I wouldn't.
Not gonna make any plans to open up our getting send them out that way. In case the big bad wolf comes in.
Are they finally banishing you, Ed? When they find out your drinks are loaded out.
Excuse us. Once they stop being lightweight.
I was going to get used to waiting around a lot in short length.
Having a conversation. What? There is.
Don't look at me like that. You for a reason. I'm sorry it went sideways.
Young man with
Somebody had heard Daisy killed
I
another
am
dog.
confused. I will confess. I don't know what to be here.
Glad you right.
So as punishment, this god is banished.
Never really been a fan of the God personally.
Surround yourself with tall walls and mountains.
Is everything alright, sir?
No.
Indeed.
Glory and name only.
Just waiting for the banishment that the guards are hosting.
Banishment, sir?
Our prisoner is being fetched. He'll be brought down here for
Oh my gosh, mine.
And I suppose here is the place.
Don't this one too?
No, I would never. I would never dishonor him. He's near
We will
my
ensure that he is sent along his way
No, that's the bench.
once the prisoner is out. You do what you must.
The worst one.
I reach
I told you. He's
and
best.
announce the change here. And I assume your men will
I show
escort
you.
him.
Ready? Ready?
Stay here.
I have one.
What's that?
By the murders.
It's my problem,
Until the sun shines, Declan.
All work's never done.
You name my horse Blackwell.
But you also did mention merchants first.
Being managed to see.
They killed the god and tangled the temple.
Marius? The man right there in the middle.
I had to know I had to try.
You can keep saying that line multiple times
That's a
and
different man.
pretend it means something.
I think I said hi to
He's been in jail all night.
No, I said hi to someone else then.
Give the name
And that's that. Let's go.
Come on. About to start. We're moving towards the gate.
He broke his vows. He broke his oaths.
Disappointed in what? Trying to survive instead of fight this
Fortunately.
endless war that we won't win?
Again, deserters, dear. Something said they won't cry here.
If you would be up on the wall at the ready.
I like to think I've looked after you boys well.
Sir.
Now, hope if any of you felt that way, or
Guinevere.
felt against it, you'd say it.
We're even gonna ask the carpenter if you can use their home.
Of course.
I will never ask you something I would not do myself.
He's okay with the distance. Make sure you ask next time.
You've got me all the way, Solomon.
Perfect vantage point.
Till the sun shines. Solomon.
Till we break the clouds.
Come on, boys. Horses are
Captain, you have to know that this is fruitless.
What you did was fruitless. As a matter of fact, did more harm than anything else.
Is this seat taken?
Follow the inevitable, and every light that we light makes the shadows grow deeper. I don't want to stand in front of those guns. Stand
No
over
here,
there.
no more. All right, listen here, and listen well. We are gathered here at this moment to witness our accused, Samuel Grayson, of the valiant Provincial Guard. In response to actions and choices made in earnest against the interests of our fort, you have been judged. You have been judged by both the rules established by the High Council of New Galleon and the leadership within our own walls. Samuel Grayson, you have been found guilty of both murder in the first degree, and worse still, desertion, in an attempted escape from your contractual and sacred obligations to this fort, to defend our great nation from this darkness. You have broken the law to the highest degree, and thus are sentenced to exile. The law is the law, and as such, these judgments have been made final. Any objection to them is merely a personal opinion, and thus will have zero effect on the sentence. You shall be placed outside of the southern gate. The gate will then be closed behind you, and shall remain shut. You will be handed a simple weapon to accompany your exile into the Blight. Should you manage to encounter the archenemy, and return with 20 cursed bones in hand, then it will be known and acknowledged by the leadership of the fort and all here
It's a fool's
that the
errand.
Father above watches over you and has held you in his favor, and your criminal transgressions shall then be forgiven.
There's no favor, that's a fool's errand.
Do you have any last words?
Well, fools, a lot of you. Even if I go out there, it's all the same for everyone in here. Nothing escapes what is out there. How long have we tried? How many of our brothers haven't made their 2-year contract? You know it just as well as I, but you're fools and too plain to see.
And thus have been spoken the last words of Samuel Grayson.
As the gate opens, you recognize
Guards, escort him past the
the
gate.
moment.
Move. If not now, then when is it coming for all of us? Move. You know better. Back shove. Go.
The gate will be shut behind you and remain shut. Lieutenant, his weapon.
Best of luck.
Remember, 20 cursed bones, and you might be forgiven.
Don't worry, if it's a fool's errand, it's a good thing you didn't want to be here anyway.
Captain?
The walls ensure that he wanders off.
Captain.
Solomon's calling for you, intern. Come to see.
Solomon.
You have your orders.
I have my orders. Furthermore, guardsmen, you four.
Sir.
Seize Mr. Harcourt immediately.
What?
Wait, what?
Don't you lay your hands on me! What is the
In my hand, you should all recognize the seal of the High Council. The very people who have sent us on this mission to secure the South, to maintain this fort, and to protect the people within. Inside of this documentation, witnessed by the captain himself, signed by Sir Lucian Vale, for the seizure and arrest of my father, Mr. Harcourt, on counts showing that the misuse of guild items and resources, the wastefulness in a position of power, and a lack of advancement to where the council believes we should be.
What's waiting out there?
It is with this authority of the High Council
Get your hands off me.
and the lawful assistance of the Provincial Guard that Mr. Harcourt, in his failures, is sentenced to exile. Captain, carry out the sentence.
You rotten child. Everything I have ever done for you.
You have wasted these people's lives for the last time.
Wasted? What about all the people back in New Galleon? The countless families we've stopped from being corrupted? Solomon? Was their lives not worth it?
Come on. Don't make
Wait! Stop!
I gave my life.
Stop! Stop! You know, you do have a point. And you've grown in the hearts of these people. There is no doubt you are charismatic, but you are also soft. And you have wasted lives and resources far beyond your station. And it is because of that, I cannot risk you returning to this fort.
Wait.
Take your rifle. Captain, get the gate closed and throw the body out or have it burned. I care not which.
Solomon, who is sentenced to exile, not murder, not execution. Rules are rules, Harcourt.
Necessary to deal with him and him alone.
You may be stepping into that man's position. But I beg you do not see that as an opportunity.
You know me, Dame. That man could not risk coming back. You are the lawyer, but these orders were above us both.
Captain, that body cannot be left. It needs to be burned.
See to it burned, or I will have my boys do it. It's up to you. Hell, I'll do it myself.
Take your father to the beach.
Declan.
Sir.
Bring the dead weight to the burn pit.
What happened?
Come along. We have much to do, and a lot of it covering to do. Fallen. His people and resources.
Shall we tell the crowd to disperse, Captain?
Yes, there's no more to see here. A waste of resources.
There's nothing more to see here. Disperse.
Make sure that man does not return. Return to your business. Disappeared beyond the
Ridiculous that they
horizon.
call us in to watch and yet act like we cannot see the result of their barbarianism.
Come on, make your way to the burn pit. Take this rifle. One of you, don't get it. Flint and steel.
His accolades, sir. I believe they belong to you now.
Oh my god, what has happened here?
The council was displeased with my father's service. They wanted him replaced and removed. So he has been.
What?
This is the face of inefficiency, Mr. Thorne, and we shan't see its face again. Get it lit, Declan. I tried talking sense into you for years. I warned you of the council, I warned you of your stagnation.
That should do it.
I told you eventually somebody would take notice and you never listened. Pity for you that it was the High Council who noticed. Maybe now you'll have your conversation with Grandfather.
At least this damned place would have a church to honor him.
A fire is enough.
Fill up the council.
Collect your rifles, bring them back to the armory.
Right.
There's no need to watch the fire. It's in a pit.
Go left. To the armor.
We'll have to renew your license, Mr. Corbin. I expect to see you in the morning.
I'm glad we're on the same page, Mr. Harcourt.
Of course we are. Efficiency.
I served your father, but I intend to serve you far better.
He changed his color, lads.
Know that I am not my father, and all I care about is success. You do well, you'll be paid well.
We are the same. I look forward.
As do I, Mr. Corbin. As do I. As soon as the rifles are put away, I want a meeting in the guild hall.
Sir.
In my office, in the tavern, I mean.
Actually,
I made
I'll take care of the guild and their weapons.
Get your rifles put away.
Yes, ma'am.
Hurry up. We work.
That was me who opened the door. I didn't shut it. My bad.
Make sure to give your names to the guardsman, and once you're done, put it in that bin there to put it away.
No, not that barrel. Bring it to me. Actually, hand it to me. The barrel does not work.
Yes, Amir.
Perfect.
Say we're improving. Finders keepers. As I want to go directly sit on my floor instead of a chair. That would have been bad. Shall I get the rest of the boys at the tavern, sir?
Yes, we need to have a meeting.
We'll start gathering.
Going to the tavern, if you haven't heard already.
Meeting at the tavern, don't miss it.
I'll check the building, make sure it's empty.
Would you like any food to be brought to this meeting, sir?
No, I want everyone's full attention.
Sir.
Perhaps the Coven was right when this is night of change.
I was busy trying to figure out the ledgers and such. Had a shot, wasn't sure what happened. You'll be told soon enough.
I'll be honest. I'm not too far-fetched from the idea.
Into the meeting room, let's go.
And if we're gonna pretend to be buddy with the guild going forward, it's often supposed to keep our power. I have covered the remote.
Declan.
Sir.
Strike my father's name out and replace it.
I will say this is like just the Coven. We're like more than the Coven, but we're still bothering.
And the Coven likes us. For the most part. They need us to do what they're working on.
Take a seat.
It does have be their friends too.
Mr. I'll put aside my grievances.
What do you make of this?
Hats off, gentlemen.
Stick close to those I'd say you trust, or at least
At this point,
never forget the
I really don't know what else to say other than
main focus of the goal.
aside from Mr. Rowan who's passed out next door, the only ones that we can truly trust right now are in this group.
Well, if you have questions, now's the time. Some of you seemed incredulous, so speak up.
Well, I wasn't exactly there to see whatever happened. We were busy minding the ledgers when we heard a shot.
May look at it if you want. That is a decree from the High Council, from Sir Lucian Vale. The Council has noticed that the entirety of the fort has been failing their projections and what they want from us. That under my father's leadership, the Guild, but more importantly the fort, has been behind on almost everything that they have desired. Progress into the blights, refortification further in, the severing of the blight and taking back the land we are supposed to take back. A larger garrison, equipped and prepared. More tonics and such from the Coven sent back to the capital.
Alright. There's another issue.
This has all been failed.
We need large, capable groups.
As you see in that letter, it says that I am to replace my father in all aspects, to reignite these efforts, and to ensure progress.
Pass it around so everyone can read it.
I want you all to look at it.
Especially if we have to guard those who can't
Get used to the signature of Sir Lucian Vale.
It might be in our benefit.
Now, I understand some of you may have mixed feelings. If there's one thing my father was good at, it was talking to people with a smile, making you like him. That's all very well and good. But what really matters is when we're outside those walls, or when our wagons arrive, or that the Guild and the Coven don't pull the wool over our eyes, or steal resources, or make deals on the side and cut us out. This ends now. No one gets resources unless we have deemed it necessary. No one will receive anything outside of the allotted amounts that either myself or Mr. Thorne approves. You will not be strong-armed for any of this, because you will not be able to give them what they want. It has to be approved. No more wasting resources, no more throwing things away. This ends. The important part now is we get a hold of the resources available to us at this point in time. We need a monopoly on it. That means sending people out rather than sitting on their fucking asses to gather iron, to gather wood, to gather stone, copper, whatever is out there that we need. And I hate to tell you, but it's not on the north side of the wall anymore, because my father, in all his wisdom, never wanted to risk a soul. So we always went north, and now there's nothing out there for miles.
We picked the last herb dry this morning.
You heard it here first. But thanks to the actions of Barnaby, should the enemy ever amass at our wall to the south, we will still be forced to collect in the south, because there's nothing north anymore for a rainy day. So excursions will begin in earnest. The mercenaries will do their fucking job. Offer them good pay. Good pay for the worst jobs. They'll go for it. Give them the good rewards. Things more important, things that we need to make sure aren't pocketed on the way back. Send a representative with them. Check and double check every single fucking ledger that these two other factions give us, and you run it all through Mr. Thorne when he's not an invisible fucking wizard. That is essential. He has a mind for these things. We also need to get a hand on the water. We cannot rely on buckets in the morning. Now that's a conversation I will have with my second in command. But this is our focus. For the next few days, we look inward. I want you to start drawing up contracts for fucking tomorrow. I don't care if the doctor's here. We cannot wait anymore.
The men are hungry for work, sir.
Good, then feed them. And if they take injuries, and they do not survive until the doctors arrive, then I guess we don't have to waste the money to fucking pay them.
May I leave and start drawing up contracts, as it is?
You already know my ideas. Go on.
Sir.
No. There are three things
With the open shop window.
You'll find those are actually quite far spread around.
Sadly, none of them are
At least
really
I'm getting
ours.
some understanding. That one I do.
Well, that's the one you wasn't complaining about my performance.
Yeah.
Do you mind if I come in?
My brother is off.
Yeah, we were just sharing a
Your
drink
eyes are shut,
for the
by
late
the way.
hardcore. Sorry.
No, don't get outside on my part. You're gonna want to sit down.
Oh, what's that about?
Sit.
There's a drink calling my name down at the tavern.
I will sit down by the tavern then. It's nothing that can't be shared over a pint.
We're having a drink.
Out there with me in two mercy. He seems like a real. I understand Terry wanting to do detection because he's dark. Do you think he'll be in the mood tomorrow?
Alright.
Bet your ass that those who manage to keep their heads stuck low enough to survive this horrid place. Turn tail with
This is something you're all gonna want to hear. It's all good news.
Good news at a time like this. Well, that is just a chipper tale. Tell us, what is it?
Well, to start with, I'm sure you all have questions, of which we'll get answers shortly. The
So
fact
it's not our place to ask questions. If the man had to die, the man had to die.
Yes.
There's always opportunity. Just need to look.
And what, doom the rest of New Galleon?
Joke in poor taste, never mind.
I was mentioning it yesterday and the day before that, but the reason that we've had so shortage of work and so shortage of pay is because of the old man that was in charge who didn't want to risk his soul. We've been going north again and again, and you've seen this morning, it's all dried up. We've picked the last herb, the trees are growing more and more thin, the work dries up. Solomon, in that very room, just minutes ago, told me, get these men and women to work. Send them out on excursions, give them good pay. So tonight, I'm going to be drawing up contracts for tomorrow. Good contracts with good pay to get you pieces that aren't just a penance. The only thing that we need right now is for you to trust the process. Because change...
I have a question, Mr. Tetch. I know you're offering a lot to us, but you are asking the world, and I mean the whole world. Does Mr. Solomon not have the slightest inclination that we might be better served to be better equipped?
I can bring your concerns to him. Over time, perhaps we can ask the merchants to bring you better equipment. As it stands right now, we cannot afford to give up precious resources within the fort, but we can import some from the merchants. I will put in an order with Solomon to try and get more.
Just know that you might only get 1 or 2 trips down south if we go in there carrying sticks and stones.
What would you like?
What might I call you then?
A gun!
Small one or a big one?
Fiora?
As big as you can.
Do any of you want
I don't think we
anything
can carry a
else?
cannon out there. Personally, if we're going out with guild people and they will have long guns, short guns would probably do us better. Faster to reload, quicker shots out. Anything that gets close would be quickly dispatched.
You understand, this isn't about some sort of fiery rebellion. We want to live just as much as you do. And if we're gonna go do the work, then we better well fucking live.
I want you to
And when we
live,
do the work,
but the thing is, the way this works, is that right now, we're in a very fucking precarious position as opposed to the previous guild leader.
It certainly seems that way.
Right now, we need a specialized merchant by New Galleon orders to bring it across the border and into here, because the way it stands, there are hundreds of tents outside, and if they get their hands on a gun, it will be, and I mean disaster, it will be bad. There are many people with agendas in this fort, If I can find a way to securely get a gun across and into your hands, I will do so, because I want you all to live and get paid and feed your families. And you'll be able to start work tomorrow. But the way this works is that you're mercenaries. Your work lives and dies on reputation. And I understand during these times, treacherous times, I've heard it from the Coven. People are already questioning the new leader, and you're welcome to do that in your own free time. But at the end of the day, I need you to do your fucking job. And do it yourself. Can I count on you? You are all the brave parts, alright? You're the brave parts of the mercenaries. You do your job every time. I'm just asking you to continue to do that.
Stipulation that for us doing our job.
What?
We are, if stipulation, if we are sent south, I want to bring as many of us.
I think what she's trying to say is that if we're heading out south, these contracts, they're going to need people. Especially a lot if we're defending a large group.
I cannot speak to the actual number as it is. I'll get you more detail tomorrow. But there'll be more people, there'll be more gold. It's all there. The only thing that was stopping it was the man's word.
Well, I suppose, how many did we gain today? We only lost 2, so that's at least 3 mercs came in. The 2 we lost weren't exactly
We have
mercs,
around
so
8 to
we'll
10
chop that up
in
to
total.
That's a positive number, isn't it? Right. The thing he's getting at is, if we're going south, everyone's going south.
I can't bet on everyone going south, because it's not only going to be us. There'll be also the guild and the guard, and we fulfill a particular purpose. You know, the guard, they tend to use swords. The guild, we use our muskets. You're all the in-between, where you have your armor and your swords, and you know how to use them. The guard, they're very nice, but their training only takes them so far. So the numbers as it stands, you'll all get paid. If none of you, if all of you don't go on one mission, then it'll be split, and you all get work so long as you're willing to receive it.
Very well. We're certainly willing to receive the work, sir.
I told him that you're all hungry for work, and he was receptive to that idea. He said, "So feed us."
Receptive. So feed us. Bullets and gunpowder.
I'll bring it to him.
No. I think I can speak for all of us here. We're not paid enough to think about how our new leader thinks of this place. We're here to do our jobs and see them done. If we survive, that's the bonus.
I'm doing a lot to make sure that you boys not only stay paid, but also well supplied. And I hope to continue to do that. You just need to work for me as much as I work for you.
You know, one of the lovely building over there nobody uses.
Oh, that's an easy to work. I'll make sure of it.
Is she okay?
I don't know.
She's talking about that abandoned house just across from us. Down the road with the open stall.
I'm not sure they
Oh,
have the funds to furnish.
where's guardsmen? Where's some guardsmen? I need to laugh at them, because they're going to have to do shift in this weather. Anyways. Do you have any other questions?
Nothing pressing until you bring our concerns to Mr. Solomon. I'm sure we'll have more questions after that.
If you're looking to take questions, I suggest you bring them to me. Mr. Solomon, he has a whole man. You've seen Declan around, he has a whole man just to stop people from going for the door and just to say,
I'm familiar
he's busy
with the
for
footstool.
today. I can get you through that door. He'll listen to me.
If anything, we'll bring them to you, and if you're not around, we'll leave notes for you at the at your station.
Alright. Well, I'm gonna go for one last walk around and then go to bed.
Well, sir, thank you kindly for bringing all this to us. We were rather concerned, but you've soothed our aching hearts, so to speak.
So long as you tell the others and make sure this is all flattened out. This is...
Oh, we'll spread the word.
This is the old, flatulent leader of the guild being rolled over by the new and inventative.
Of course.
Just
Nothing
put a
but
flask in front of you.
upright most law-abiding citizens here.
To the new work and the good coin.
To the new world order. I'm gonna get a drink.
Go ahead, lass.
I can trust you to catch her.
Bed for the evening. It's all a rush of thoughts.
I will bear in mind their opinion. Yes, who is it?
Morning.
It's
evening,
Tetch.
Midday. Who knows? But
Come
the
in.
day has been long. Run together. This is a different place from New Galleon. And
Don't hit your head on the door.
From the Isles themselves. It's gonna take some getting used to.
That was actually quite funny.
But you see opportunity. You see profit.
Well, I damn near stopped a rebellion, but they're asking for better armaments, even a long gun.
What do you mean, rebellion?
They were concerned about the new establishment of leadership. I quickly soothed their worries, told them that this is a good thing.
You know what? Was it the Mercs?
Yes.
Gather them. I'll be there shortly.
Sir.
At your desk. Continue.
Fucking bookkeeper.
I'll be down in the tavern.
You'll be happy for it. You go that way. I'm going to wait here and see if anyone else comes.
I swear.
I'm going straight.
Yeah, and I'm going up.
New orders. Mr. Solomon said he wanted to address you personally, so could you find the others and have them meet by my desk, please?
Alright.
Thank you. Quick as you like, please. Can you stay near my desk? Solomon's coming out just to speak with you, because he hasn't had the chance to yet.
Sure thing.
Ooh, all I'm saying is good luck to you,
I'm sweating.
Oh no, Mr. Reed. You and your drink again.
Is it not cause for celebration, sir?
Well, the celebration is taking place at my desk. Solomon's coming out to greet you all.
Yes, right you are, sir.
I appreciate it, though.
Just saying hello.
Thank you for
That's my quill. You fucking thief. No, don't.
That's the ledger he uses to write the contracts. Please don't screw those up.
Don't write fuck. You know, I have this self-defense measure under the table for a reason.
Oh.
Don't make me
No,
pull.
this is high with a smiley face.
At least it's not the hot iron. I have one too many of those on my back.
It's not my fault.
Is this everybody?
You know, the more I drink, the more I find it's really warm.
Yes,
Everything's
I'll
really
do that to
chilly.
you. I probably shouldn't have let her have the flask. That's 10-year brandy.
Oh.
I don't really drink a lot. Like, this is the first, like, I haven't, like,
Yeah. If you want some of that, I know a guy in New Galleon who has some of the best choices. I'll give you his contact.
I'm a lightweight.
Next comes on this full shipment, so you better come to us quick if you want to be able to get the next one.
I don't suppose. Get us some fresh tobacco.
You know, I do guess that, considering the New World Order that's happened outside of our good friend Mr. Tetch here, we should probably at least elect somebody to head most of us.
So, you mean before he decides to do it?
Yes.
So, I'll come to you for any purchase.
I know most of you have already seen this.
I was gonna say it may seem a little crass, but you are the oldest. Not calling you old, but...
I understand your meaning.
Yeah, it's a pleasure.
Who is the man himself?
I think he's still in the back. I was just bringing up the fact that, considering the New World Order and outside of our good commissar here, should probably find somebody who's at least willing to point us all in the right direction. One of us, at least.
The right direction of what?
When shit goes wrong, who are we all looking to point us in the right direction, is what I mean.
Well, you can look to the north and run.
They're true words.
No. I'm sure Roland would probably say it. She's already said it. I'm the oldest bastard out of all of us.
I didn't call... Well...
It wouldn't be my first time.
Alright. You know what? I'm all for a veteran.
How about you go into the, one of the fields and scrap for it? First person to draw blood is the leader.
Well, that wouldn't hardly be fair. I'd have all of them in the dirt by the time the bell rang.
Is this all of you? Or are there more?
More, sir.
Pardon me. They're a little scattered. Some are sleeping.
Information for you, I suppose.
Well, I'm sure there's been a bit of a shock, but I'm more than willing to explain.
Aye.
First of all, anything that's changed really doesn't affect you other than you will probably be paid more and have more work. My father failed the council, and the council is harsh in its judgment, as we have learned today. And I'm sure if I do not do well myself, then someone will show up with a letter for me. So I have every single bit of incentive to do the best I can. Now, because of the way my father did things, we have no resources to the north of the wall. Which means there'll be nowhere to collect easily and safely. Which means I need mercenaries. I need mercenaries that want to be paid very fucking well. That will go south of the wall and ensure that every single resource we're looking for is collected by the people who go with them. And if they come back with more than what was asked for, there will be a bonus in it for them. You risk your life for this fort, and I will make sure you are paid so goddamn well you don't want to leave. My father squandered money, squandered resources.
Nights here in the fort are always long.
Going to change.
Perfectly
And
fine.
again, you
Just
guess the days are
change it out
quick.
the candles.
Sir. As long as you got
It's
the
hard to
best
tell when
of
they
our
run
interests
out,
in
but
mind.
you can
I did have
feel the
concern. I brought
exhaustion
up
in
to
your
Mr.
bones.
Tetch before.
The day is winding to an end.
If
You
you're
guess
asking
you
us
have
to risk life and limb for a certain thing,
maybe an hour at most.
I only ask that we be equipped
before
for the
sleep
task.
comes to claim you.
Just change it out the candle.
Before the night.
That will be a
sleep.
conversation
For
I'll
the
have
next
with
morning.
Mr. Kane, as he has a stranglehold on armor and such.
Just
but
make my way.
I'm more than
Players,
willing
this is
to
our
swing
soft
in
end
for it.
period.
I think I had some that is more under your control than mine, sir.
And again, this is our soft end period. You're free to continue to roll
Well,
play
that's
on
one
the
of
map
two
for an hour.
things.
I'll be out.
Thank you.
Either I can get things brought in of special sort and sold to you, or
I'm just gonna go get him a quick
borrow
one.
it for a fee, paid off over time. My interest is you come back alive with what I sent you out for.
Will that be your interest, sir? I propose something. You pay us
Do
handsomely.
propose.
You send us out
They're just talking
with
about giving
guns.
mercenaries more money for better.
That's the only way I see it that we're making it back alive.
In any sort of fashion.
I be surprised. The gun takes some time to reload. You'll be fighting with bayonets more than shot.
This requires your signature for primary contract pay. Acknowledgement of the change.
As experienced as you are, put a gun with him. Better than a sword.
I have nothing against sending one or two of you with a rifle, but you're going to want people with armor and weapons more than that.
Understood. Well, if you can get armor from the guard,
You don't have to hide.
we will not refuse it. In fact, we welcome it most handsomely.
We'll have a conversation.
Anything to help us to do our job.
Good. That's what I like to hear.
I don't see a problem in this. So in a way we're equals.
As it always could have and should have been.
Well, sir, we will not frown upon the new management. The new management does not frown upon us.
Be more well said.
Mercenaries are starved and beating themselves to death over finding herbs. You'll have the chance to actually make a difference in the fort under Mr. Harcourt's leadership.
There's also plenty of herbs to the south. They grow strangely fast around that blighted land. So the good part is you probably won't have to go far. The downside is you'll probably have to swing for it.
Well,
It's been a long time since I've gotten to swing.
Well, you'll have your chance tomorrow. I'm not waiting. So, even if I have to get you to borrow some armor, it will happen, and we will get it done. Worst comes to worst, if I cannot get agreements because rifles are very scarce and important. In the very least, I may send a guildman attached to you with a rifle to provide support. But that is a conversation for tomorrow.
Chances are I'll be attending your mission tomorrow, and I'll have my musket with me.
Indeed.
At least we know we can rely on you.
The more the merrier.
One order a bow.
So, you can trust him with your life.
I believe they have crossbows. We might be able to acquiesce one or two.
I'll take a crossbow. Anything's better than a gun.
Been wearing leather for so long, I forgot what plate feels like.
Are there any questions for me before I go about my business?
You
Oh,
answered
sir, I
all
think
of
you
mine.
put our mind at ease.
The more work you do, the more money you make. And the more money you make, the better equipment you get. The better
Ain't
equipment
that
you have, the more money you make.
Such a gentleman.
A good day. And a good chair.
Touche. You too.
Right, you're free to do your business. I'm gonna drop these contracts for you and then pass the fuck out.
Let's go see if we can't find our fellow mercenaries and inform them of the no good thing.
I saw one come in. If I see the other two, I'll inform them. But I want to make it clear, make sure your things are sharp and ready for tomorrow, because tomorrow is going to be in hell.
Right. Well, before you all disperse, remember, nothing's changed. Except for the better. Good evening.
Good evening.
I'm new here, so.
Come on, let's go back.
Thank you.
Is there a message you'd like me to pass along?
Mr. Ford. Is there anything you'd like done
Yeah.
before I turn in for the night?
Nothing really comes to mind. I believe you'd be excused.
Sir. What a day.